the Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Now, this is also called the autoimmune chronic lymphocytic thyroiditis. It has three characteristic features. The first one is the diffuse goitrous enlargement. So, as you can already see in this particular picture, that is the gross specimen of this thyroid gland, there is a complete enlargement of the thyroid gland rather than any particular focal site or a unilateral enlargement. The second characteristic here, as you can already see, is the lymphocytic infiltration, and that's why it's called the chronic lymphocytic thyroiditis. So, here, apart from the normal thyroid glands, that is the pink part, there is a lot of purple part, that is the bigger circle. It consists of the lymphocytes forming the lymphoid follicles. You can also see the germinal center. The third characteristic feature is the presence of the thyroid antibodies like anti-TPO antibodies, that is thyroperoxidase antibodies, then anti-thyroglobulin antibodies, antibodies against the TSH receptors. The etiopathogenesis. It has an autoimmune etiology. It can be present with a lot other autoimmune disorders like Graves' disease, which is the most commonest one. The We all already know that the thyroid pathologies are way more common in females when compared to males, so the same applies here. The third one is that it is antibody mediated, as we've already seen above. The genetic abnormality in this particular disorder can be in the genes CTLA4 and PTPN22. Morphological features of this particular pathology. So the gross specimen, in this we can see that there is diffuse firm symmetric enlargement of the gland. In microscopy, the first important point is that it has lymphoid follicles with germinal center. So clearly in this microscopic picture, you can see lymphoid follicles apart from the normal thyroid glands. We'll also see normal thyroid gland under the microscopy, and then maybe you can compare both of them together. So in this particular pathology, the thyroid follicles usually decrease in number and also in size. This is all because the lymphocytes attack the normal thyroid glands and then make them atrophic. So the thyroid hormones actually decrease in their levels. Now the second important point here is that there is a particular peculiar cell called the Hurdle cell. Now this Hurdle cell is the cell number 1 in this particular picture. This is nothing but a degenerated follicular cell. So follicular cell is the normal cell which is found around the colloid in the thyroid gland. Now this has a lot of names like Hurdle cell, Ashkenazi cell. These two names are based on the scientist. Now this is also called the oxyphilic or the eosinophilic cell because it is very granular, and this granularity comes because there is excess of mitochondria present within these cells. Now this is also called oncocytic cell because it is swollen when compared to the normal follicular cell. Now here the cell number 1 are the cell number 2 here are the lymphocytes. The clinical features of the Hashimoto's thyroiditis are there is painless firm enlargement of the thyroid gland, and there is Hashitoxicosis, that is nothing but the transient hyperthyroid phase or a sudden hyperthyroidism, and then it is followed by hypothyroidism. So this Hashitoxicosis is actually caused by the destruction of the thyroid glands by the inflammatory cells, that is the lymphocytes, which releases the preformed thyroid hormones and thus causing the hyperthyroid state, and later it is followed by the hypothyroid state.